Okay, good. Okay, good. Good audio. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So, welcome to another episode of Black Her Story in the Making. We have Prophetess Timera Bell with us today. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
So, give us the scoop, a little bit of your background. Where you from? How many children you have, and what made you get into business?
Okay. So I'm from Albany, Georgia, and I have two amazing sons, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And what made me get in business, believe it or not, growing up, my dad owned 7 businesses. Dollar stores.
Down in Albany.
Mhm.
Okay.
Dollar stores, trucking companies, cell phone companies, clubs,
Clubs?
sound and production companies. And when I turned 15, he trained me to do his payroll.
At 15?
At 15. And then he trained me to manage and train other employees. So by that time, I had never seen my dad work because by then he had built businesses that had staff.
Okay.
And I knew in that moment that, during that time, that I was going to own my own business because when it was time to pay me, he only paid me $80. And he would say, your expenses are already taken care of. But my parents were not married. My mother raised me. So I was like, I think I'm a little off or something. And so because of that, I've only worked for someone like 9 months of my adulthood life. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I worked for myself.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's how the entrepreneurship part came about. It's basically in my blood. That's all I know.
But when did you start, like, for your own?
I started my first business at 19.
Uh-huh.
I partnered with my mom because I believe in wisdom, and she has over 30-something years of experience in sales. So I did that when I graduated from the Fort Valley State University.
What school you went to?
The Fort Valley
State
State
University.
University.
Yeah, say it right.
So when I graduated from the Fort Valley State University in 2012, I moved back to Albany, and that's when I opened that business.
Albany State was there, though.
I never wanted to go to Albany State.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to go to Fort Valley. Mm-hmm. Coach Lonnie Bartley, he scouted me. He recruited me to play basketball.
You played basketball?
Yeah.
At the Fort Valley State. Yes,
okay. And that's really how that started. And then I was there, and I had it in the downtown area of Albany. I did it for a year, and I realized, I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, I thought you didn't want to come back home. Like, my plan was to never come back home. And the Lord told me he was going to tell me when to shift again. And I got it April 2014. April 2014, God was like, come back to this area. And that's what I did. Mm-hmm. And there was a lady, I was in her place. Her name is Dr. Clarice. I was in her place when I was in college. And the Lord told me, actually, can I stay with her? So I did. And she was like, you can sleep in my daughter's room. And I asked her, what room is that over there? It was empty. She said, nothing. I said, I want to sleep on your floor. And she said, what do you mean sleep on my floor? I said, I got to be out of here in 30 days. And the only way for me to do that, I need to sleep on your floor.
Wow.
And she was like,
I know, right?
She was like,
that sounds different.
Yeah. And in 30 days, I was out living in my apartment that I wanted and stuff like that.
Because I know we met through your conference that you did in Fort Valley, the Hustle and Grind.
Yes.
I'm going to show a clip of her talking. I got her talking to the testimony from me. I got a testimonial, and y'all will see it right here. But yes.
Wow. Oh, man. That was so long ago.
I know. So here you are, and I forgot what year that was.
That had to be like 2017.
Yes. Right, here you are, still doing the in business, doing different things. Yes. So tell us about what you're currently doing. You have a lovely place over there in Byron. That place is so nice. I love the coloring and everything. So tell us about that.
Okay, so that's Increased Global Enterprise, which was originally Bell's Desire Production. Before that, it was Desire Production. So when I got married, it got changed to Bell's Desire Production. And
Bell's what?
Bell's Desire Production.
Desire Production.
And so there is where we brand, we do business development. We basically bring your vision to reality. That's the whole objective. Whatever your vision is, bring it to reality. And through my experience of being an entrepreneur, walking out on faith, losing everything in 2016 and 2017, right? But still doing the things that I see in my head to bring to reality.
Well, let's talk about that Republican. Because 2017, I came to the Hustle and Grind conference. So tell us what's going on behind the scenes of the Hustle and Grind conference.
Okay, so during that time, I was at a place. Okay, so 2016, I lost almost everything. The only thing I had was my car. That was it. So the Lord came to me December 2016 and said, I want you to open up a facility. So I was like, huh? The only thing I had was the money to pay on my car, to keep my car. Okay? And I was like, God, you really want me to do this? And he just kept pulling. At this time, I was in Florida, staying with my cousin. And I was like, okay. So everything was smooth. I took that money and opened that facility. Took that money. I kid you not, we were getting ready to do a relationship conference. The day it started, my car was gone. It got repoed. My sister called me, and she was like, where your car? Stop playing. And I was like, what you mean? She was like, it's gone, because it was in front of her place at that time. And I was like, oh, they must have took it. I'm different. I'm not like everybody. So you have to understand, like, my dad growing up had a lot. I've never seen my dad with less than 5 cars, right? But my dad is one of those people who has the mindset, if you want it, you work for it. I'm not giving you nothing.
No, I heard of them. Okay.
So that's my dad, right? Which I appreciate.
Of course, now.
So
yes.
I'm there, and my sister's like, what we going to do? I said, call this person, tell them we need a ride because the conference still going on, right? And the Lord said, call your dad. So I called my dad, and I said, Dad, my car just got repoed. I need one of your trucks. For the first time, my dad didn't question it. He didn't lecture me. He gave it to me. He said,
the blue one.
No.
Was it turquoise?
This was black. This was a black one. Black Suburban. So that's what he ended up giving. And I was like, what? No lecture, no nothing. Like, and that's not my dad, right? He was like, you can come get it, then you can get it. So that's what ended up happening.
Wow.
And I refused to cancel the conference. And I told everybody. But that was a celebration moment for me. Because I was like, yes. And this is why. Because my mindset has always been, until you lose everything, how can you really get to the place that God really wants you? Mm-hmm. Whether it's financially, anything, right? Because you got to trust him. So in that moment, I was like, yes, I finally lost everything. It's up from here, right? And it's been up from here ever since. Because that was my mindset. And another thing was, I didn't want to experience that with children, with the family. Mm-hmm. I would rather experience that single and by myself.
Right, okay.
So that's how that went. It was a learning experience. But I'm one of those people, if I see it in my head, I can have it. And I bank on myself. Right. Now that I have a family, of course, I don't do it like I used to do it, like just jump up and go and stuff. But
like the girl that moved from Tallahassee to Houston, Texas to be an influencer with her 3 kids.
Right. It's crazy. Right?
And a rental van.
It's real. But you know what? The thing about faith is, it really is the substance of things, hope for, the evidence of things
not seen.
Like I can see it in my head, and I gotta trust it, right? Mm-hmm. I gotta trust that. And so that was that process. But I didn't get discouraged. And I think that was the part where the people around me and connected to me, they were like, she's smiling like she didn't just lose her car. It didn't matter to me. For me, vision is more valuable.
Wow.
And I get that from my mom. My mom, so my dad got one life. I'm grateful to have been able to see 2 different lifestyles. So you got my dad over here, whatever he want, he can have, right? He's traveling, living it up. And my mom, who's working in retail, right, paying all these bills, this, that, and the third, she teaches me, okay, humility, right? Yeah, so I got a balance of both. I got my dad's like, you get your own, you own it, all these things. And don't get me wrong, there were altercations growing up. Like, why you can't help me? Because you got to realize my dad owned clubs, he was DJ, so he was in front of a lot of people of that we call celebrities, all these things. Very known in Albany. My dad's very known in Albany. My mother's very known in Albany. But these are two different people, and I got to experience both, and I got to get a little bit of my mom and a little bit of my dad, and it got me.
Right.
So through that, I've been able to stay encouraged.
I see that because over the seeing all the different stuff that you have done, the event that you have put on, when y'all were over there off of North Davis Drive, and then now you're over here in Byron. Yeah, just to see that is so great. Let me ask you this: what kind of advice? Because I want to say when we were starting out or doing things, right, it wasn't popular. They were like, you need to go to work, get a job, all this other type of stuff, right?
Right.
But now it's like, oh no, go after your passion, and so you got a lot more people that are part-time entrepreneurs because there's nothing wrong with having a job. Right. Nothing wrong with having a job, especially when you have, like you said, children and stuff. But now a lot more people are doing it for part-time. So what kind of encouragement? Because now people are seeing, we know we've been in the longevity of naysayers or people that you thought were going to support you and they don't. I'm like, y'all didn't really realize that. But I guess not because it's new to them. Right. So what kind of encouraging words or a tip that can give to new women that are want to start a part-time business?
Okay. One of the first things I'll say is we use the term faith without really understanding what it is. Mm-hmm. That's number one. So faith requires hope and work, but I think a lot of people think it just requires hope.
Right.
So you have to know that incorrect work paralyzes the faith.
Come on with it.
Okay. So that's number one.
Say that again.
Incorrect work
paralyzes
the faith. So people think I'm working, but you're working at your own pace. You're working the way you want to work, but that's not the work that produces results. So that's where coachability comes in. So you got to be coachable. Mm-hmm. If you work a job, then you know how to work a job. That means you know how to work for someone.
Right. That tells you what to do.
So you're used to being told when to clock in, how long to work, what to do.
And the workload. They give you the workload.
Exactly. That's what makes it a W-2. But an independent contract is, I know what to do. I know how to do it. I'm orchestrating the entire thing. Well, if you've been working for someone, then I call it employee syndrome. So you know how to work for someone, but you don't know how to work for yourself. Mm-hmm. So you will half do it. Like, you were supposed to get up at 9 o'clock in the morning and clock in on your job, which is your business. But you're like, oh, I'm a boss. Yeah, you're a boss that's not respecting your business the way you respected somebody else's business. Mm. So I would say that is one thing. And another thing is, don't ever look to leave your job until you can replace your income.
Exactly.
Because it will be in that moment that you became a salesperson. Because I think a lot of people that go into entrepreneurship, they don't realize they're the salesperson.
Exactly. And right here, I'm going to insert this clip of David Shanford's Social Proof podcast talking to a woman, and she said she quit her job, right? And then in the 10 months to go full-time entrepreneurship, and she only made $1,000 in that 10 months. So I'll put that clip here. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Whoa! That's devastating. Full-time?
She left her full-time gig.
That's discouraging, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when you are in that moment, she still had bills. Let's talk about that.
But luckily she had no children.
She didn't have no children, but she still had bills.
Right.
She had bills. I think, depending on the bills, could be more expensive than kids. Okay? Depending on the bills. So she still had to keep a roof over her head. She still had to pay for whatever she had to pay for, right? So watch this. If she only made $1,000 in 10 months, she was more focused on lack. And if you focus on lack, you attract lack. So now it's harder to produce revenue because money ain't even attracted to you. And that's what most people don't know. When you get to the mindset of, that's why for entrepreneurs, I always say, if you get to a place where your money gets stuck, go patronize. Go buy something from another business because money is spiritual. And because money is spiritual, it flows. So if there is a blockage, right, stagnation, when it comes to your money, that means you ain't moving your money. You're not moving. So some people say, I don't have it. Okay, do you believe in your business or you don't? So when people say, I always tell people, I played college basketball. Not once did my coach step foot on that court and shoot that basket. Not once. But he had enough wisdom, right, to coach us to win. Because I didn't just play for D4 Valley State University. I played for an undefeated championship team.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, then.
So he never played, but he knew how to coach us to win.
Uh-huh.
Even if it didn't make sense.
Right.
We're working out 5 and 6 times a day. Starting at 5 a.m. in the morning, ending at 1 a.m. in the morning, and still got to go to class. And still got to pass to play. Right? What you doing? There was time during conditioning season, we didn't even pick up a basketball. It didn't make sense. But he knows how to win. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to know how to win, but you've been working for someone, you don't know how to win as an entrepreneur. Especially if you don't recognize yourself as a salesperson.
Yes. But I don't want to sell. But you have to sell. You have to ask for the sale. But you sell by listening to what your customers, people want, right? But people don't want to sell. They don't want to pick with no book, because we're not used to sales, right? We used to being sold to, but we're not used to selling. So they don't want to pick up a book, read about selling, the psychology behind selling, because there is a psychology behind selling. Right. And I think that's what I think that entrepreneurs, especially this day and age, because they see it on Instagram, TikTok, it looks so easy. Oh, they made that much a month, but you don't know how long it took them to make that $10,000 for that month.
You don't know that. And I think when it comes to sales too, people are afraid of sales because they feel like it's demanding. But what they don't understand is everybody want to be sold to. Mm-hmm. When you go into the grocery store, you want to be sold to. You're going in there for something with a price on it. And how do we acknowledge value? Price. So watch this. You can be the best in your industry and only charge $5. Nobody's going to buy from you.
Right.
Even the ones that don't have the money. Because in that moment you charge $5, they say you don't have value.
Mm-hmm. Value, that's right.
You can be better than the person that's charging $10,000. The difference is they understand their value and they're bold enough to be Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is not finna go on sale for nobody. It's just like, no, if you don't want it, go to Walmart. If you don't want it, go to Target. They're okay with you not buying because somebody understands their value. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, I always tell people, the same amount of energy it takes to sell $10 is the same amount of energy it takes to sell 1,000.
Yes.
So where do you want to put your energy, right?
Yes.
Where do you want to put it? But you got to understand that when a person comes to you and they know what you do, mm-hmm. they're coming to you so you can sell them.
Yeah.
They're not coming to you for nothing for free. Mm-hmm. They want you to sell them.
Yeah. I know y'all really enjoyed all these gems she's been dropping, right? Okay, so let them know how they can find you. They're like, girls, I need some help with my sales. I need some help with that. How can they find you? How can they be coachable so they can get some sales too?
Well, I am on all social media platforms, Facebook, Timera Bell, Timera Bell, or Increase Global Enterprises. Again, on all social media platforms, and then our website is increaseglobal.net.
And before we go, so what are some offerings that you do have in Increase Global?
We have what is called the Champion Inner Circle. Champion Inner Circle is an accountability circle. We meet twice a month for an hour each Monday. It's every other Monday at 6:30 p.m. This is where I coach you, and then you execute with your business. And then I also have what's coming up, how to become a six-figure business, where I'll show you how to actually become a six-figure business. Some can do it as soon as 365 days, depending on where they are.
Okay. So y'all, interested, we're going to drop her link and everything right here on the screen. And again, Timera, I want to thank you for coming out. And we'll thank y'all for watching. And stay tuned for the next one. You have a great morning and night whenever you watch this video. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. You're good, girl.
Okay, you were dropping them. I'm like, yeah. I got some. Did you? Miss Leah, this is Timera.
Hi, Timera.
Nice to meet you.
Leah, nice to meet you.
She's a makeup artist.
Okay.
Owner of Caviar Beauty Bar in Macon, downtown. One of the few Macon black businesses downtown.
Nice. Awesome.
It's pouring now.
I know. That's what I said. Good thing I'm going home.
Is it?
Because my hair going to be in the throat.
No.
It's pouring. And
Oh, can you take our picture too?
Yes.
You want me to do it?
Oh no, she'll take. I already got her picture. She
Oh,
got
okay.
Our picture. I'll make sure I get everybody's picture today.
Wait, let me put on some lip. Let me put some lip on.
Okay. And look, that picture we took on Tuesday. I'm like, I feel good because I feel tall around you.
Yes,
I feel tall
absolutely.
around you.
But yeah,
Pulling
definitely
out.
come on mine.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, because what I'm doing is I want to build a community. Like, it only can seat 24 people, 22 right now, but I plan to go in a bigger facility.
Come on with it.
So, to have the whole talk show segment so that the community will have something to do
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be able to be encouraged and stuff. So,
Yes.
So, with that being said, this is my cosmetic
You need
line.
to go on her.
Yes, this is my lipstick. I just put some
wow.
on. Yes.
Oh,
Just pull
that's
it.
cute.
yeah, that is.
I think the lip gloss had the violin, the guitar.
I have that too. This
Okay.
is the new holiday collection. This is the one I just launched.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I take it right here?
Yeah, your camera's so good. I need to take that stuff off.
That's
That's
good
all.
camera.
You know how you cover it?
Yep.
That it don't do good. I didn't hear it snap that time. Got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I need to lose 3 next.
Ooh, me too. What you talking about?
3 of them.
Because we short. Look,
So it squishes down.
I know.
Somebody just told me.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you. And did I miss the link or something
The link for the what?
for your
If you go to the website, it's right there, but it's on the flyer that's on my page for Be a Guest. And you just go on the website and book the day you want to come on.
So I brought you a lipstick, cookie, and a cup.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
You see it? I got a lot on my page, I know. So keep going. Keep going. Right there. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then you just pick the day that's good for you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you use Wix, don't you?
Yes. I do because
Yeah,
we
but
do
I know,
websites.
I know, but your Wix still looks so good.
Oh, because I do it from scratch now. I do it from scratch, but I use that for clients because it's better for them.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's better for them to understand it, and if we go our separate ways, good. So,
They're able to go in there on
Yeah.
themselves and update stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Thank
enjoy.
you.
I'm excited to watch
Thank you.
yours.
Be careful.
All right, you too.
Uh-huh.